ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick,
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another 4K action figure review on the NECA Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon Rat King vs. Vernon Target exclusive 2-pack. Try and pick up your cartoon TMNT figures, you can do so at Target. I just said it's a Target exclusive 2-pack, but if you're trying to get your other TMNT figures, you can do so at
Search your feelings, you know it be true.
Darkside Toys is a store for you. Link below. And while you're down there, I ask you to please hit that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a big thanks to NECA Toys for making this review possible and sending out this product to my way to review for you guys. And thank you viewers for making this stuff possible. I feel exceptionally lucky because I have never seen any of the TMNT 2-packs at any of my Targets over here in the Bay Area. So, you know, I feel super lucky to be able to have this in hand right here, or the figures anyway. So you can see Rat King on the side right there. On the back, you can see both figures. There's a synopsis on the TMNT cartoon, and then right over here at the bottom, you can see all the other 2-packs and deluxe figures right there. Well, I guess minus Metalhead. And then on this side, you can see Vernon looking stylish as always. And then on the top, it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then on the bottom, you can see all the people responsible for creating the figure. If that will actually, you know, focus properly, I think you can see it right over there. All right, nothing else going on at the bottom. There's the UPC if you're trying to find it. So let's get to it and like only hypothetically or figuratively crack these things open. So we get a lot of accessories. I want to talk about the Vernon figure first because holy crap, NECA gave me a weird left-handed hook over here with this figure because I expected this one to be the lamoid out of the two of them. When was the last time you heard someone say lamoid? But yeah, I really didn't think this was going to be such a dope figure. But first off, you get these awesome rat interchangeable pieces right over here where they plug into the forearms. You get this nice fur sculpted, nice fingernails right over there with the black paint. And I really like this head sculpt a lot. That looks really good. That is pretty freaking awesome. So I'm very pleased with that. Then I wanted to bring in the 2-pack Master Splinter so you could get a comparison right there. So they do look like, you know, they're both rats and everything. So that is very neat. And he has the articulated jaw right over here, and the head has its own joint so you can move that back and down and turn the head side to side. You also get a neck joint in there, and that moves forward and back and pivots all the way around. So to swap out with the regular Vernon head sculpt, you just pop off at the neck. You can see the ball joint right there. And then you just pop this head sculpt on. Well, if you don't line it up right, it's not going to work correctly, but make sure it's all lined up. And there it goes, snaps right on. And then you do a similar thing with the forearms right here. I like to heat these figures up before I start articulating or interchanging parts and stuff. So I recommend you do the same. And then you just pour it on the forearm right over there. And now we're almost at a human version of Vernon right here. So he does come with 2 complete sets of hands. He has the camera holding hand right there for each side, and then he has these flat wide open hands right here, and then he comes with 1 pointing finger hand. I wish these camera holding hands had a horizontal hinge instead of the vertical hinge. That'd make it a little bit easier. And he does come with the camera right over here, which looks really good. I like that you could articulate the handle, so that's great. And you get, you know, the new 6 right over there on the side. So this is very cool. Comparing it to April's, April has the little mini version right over there, and here's the big version right there. I like how you get this little reflection in the glass thing right there. That's a nice detail. And yeah, that's all the accessories for Vernon, but I just really didn't expect to have as much fun with this figure as I have had. I really like the head sculpt a lot, so that looks great, and I just want to get a closer look at that later on because we have a lot of accessories for Rat King too. So Rat King comes with wide open hands, and you will see some paint chipping with these figures. Like, they definitely will chip some paint, but one thing that NECA's gotten better with is that the paint, the color of the plastic inside those hinges actually really matches the paint color a lot. So what you're seeing from the paint chipping isn't really from the hinge, but it's just paint from on top of the hand kind of bleeding over a little bit on the hinges. So the plastic they choose is actually really good. I like that a lot. You get these gripping hands, and then you get a pointing hand as well. So that's great. And these, you know, these torn cuffs right here, this is all sculpted on each of those hands. He does have his flute right there with the 2 tones, looking pretty good. And then, you know, of course, painted detail. And then he comes with 3 separate rats, which I think look great. You have this like regular crawling one, and then, you know, these 2 right here are perfect for putting on the shoulders, and I think they all look fantastic. I remember trying to get this to work like a bendy wire, but no, it won't do it. But I think these are all painted out really well, and you know, for 2 human-sized figures and all these accessories, I really think it makes up for it for real. And then you get this canister of mutagen, if I could say it correctly, mutagen. I ate an orange earlier, so that's what that yellow is from. And then you could see, I'm reviewing my fingernails. You get these 3 cans right over here. I think these were smoke bombs, if I remember correctly. But yeah, you get the 3 soda cans, and then you could put them in this bandolier right here. And as it showed on I haven't seen an episode of the cartoon TMNT for quite some time, but yeah, I just wanted to show how this goes around. So you put it through the arm right there, and then wrap this all around right over here, and there that goes. And then like on the back of the packaging, I'll tend to tuck the flute right underneath this strap right here, and that looks pretty good. But I do want to go over the articulation in a little bit, and I just chipped a little bit of paint right there doing that. But anyway, let's go back to the Vernon figure. And I gotta say, I always really liked Vernon. If they're going to do a TMNT movie now, I think Ray Romano should play him, right? Am I right about that? His skin tone is a little bit weird, very I don't know, I guess like very olive colored tone. I mean, compared to April right over here, you could see how much darker he is compared to April, but it's not really tan. It's, I don't know, maybe he's Maltese, you know, like me. Anyway, looking at the shirt though right here, this looks really good. Nice bright pink. If I dim things out, you can see it a little bit better. Again, with the hinges right here, they've done a really good job with this. The head articulation is the same, and the joints work out pretty well. I do recommend heating these up again, but with the Vernon figure, I felt like I didn't really have to heat it up so much. And again, all the hands hinge up and down and rotate side to side. You do get a nice ball joint right over here at the waist. If you flip up, you can see his belly just a little bit, and you can turn side to side. You get some pivoting, or it's actually a diaphragm joint in there. I'm sorry. So the diaphragm joint will allow pivoting, and then he'll crunch forward just a little bit and back. So this is more like a sleeve right here. Nice detail with the pants, you know, the nice wrinkles in it, and the lines right there have some nice paint. And I guess he has a sidearm? No? What is that? What is it? It's not a cell phone, Vernon. Anyway, there's his butt, there's the back of his legs, and then you get some nice cuffs right over here. And by the way, these cuffs will move around, so it's like kind of moving the target on me a little bit when I'm switching those arms. But yeah, you can see how good that looks, and you get the 2 tones of pink right there. And there's looking at the shoes, looks like he's got the Converse on and peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And then Rat King over here looks awesome. Really dig this Rat King figure. I don't know what it is about this design, but I always thought it was really cool. Very stoked for this one. His head will look up fairly good range, not too far up, but decent amount downward. And then you could turn his head side to side. And he's always got that smirk on his face, and you could turn it that way, and good head pivoting. And then I really like all the stitching sculpt that we're seeing throughout on this. This looks so dope. Really like that a lot. And you get, again, that 2-tone theme with the lighter brown and the darker brown on the back. But man, that looks so sick, and I like how beefy he is and everything. That looks really good. Really like the arms right here. And then again, the cuffs and all these little straps and everything. And then he's got all the abs defined with the black paint around him and all that. It gets weird right here when you start looking at the crotch, and it's exceptionally weird right there. Like, this is so bizarre to me because it looks like there's a scuff mark and then someone painted green over it, but then like the brown paint is on top of that. So that's not green paint worn off with brown underneath. That's green on top of green with brown on top of green, which is, again, on top of green. And same thing on this side. So, yeah, brown on top of green on top of green, brown on top of green on top of green. Yeah. Anyway, right there on the thigh, you get this strap going around. Not too bad. I like that. Again, the stitching throughout is awesome, and I like how all the stitches are painted gray. It's an awesome detail. So I'm happy with that. And And wow, what's up with these ghetto-ass socks? Look at that. Dude, I've never seen anybody, you know, well, it makes sense. He lives in the sewer and stuff, right? And then again, not exactly matching right here with the hinge, but the color choice is very similar. It's very close. So I do like that. But yeah, getting back to his articulation, the shoulders will move outward and in, and then you can rotate them a full 360 if you want to do that. You can rotate a full 360 right there, bicep swivel and the single jointed elbows. All the hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. He crunches forward that much, which is pretty good, and back a tiny bit. You can turn at the diaphragm, pivot a bit at the diaphragm, and then no waist joint. Nope, no waist joint, but you can move the hips outward pretty far. So without it, being in focus, yeah, there you go. And then he'll kick forward, and this gets really weird right here too. I have to talk about this. This is so bizarre. So far, I haven't had anything like really tear or anything over here, but look at this. It's a solid green color, and then when I smush up, it cracks, and you get all this brown underneath. But when I let go, it just goes back. So I don't know exactly what's up with that or what will happen in time with that, but that is just so weird. But right now, it's not really causing anything to get ruined. It's just a thing I noticed. So maybe if you left it posed like that for a prolonged period of time, that'll really get, chewed up. But anyway, you get an upper thigh cut right in there, double jointed knees, and then the ankles move down. They do move up, and he has ankle pivot, no toe articulation. I was getting used to toe articulation on these figures, so a little bit of a bummer. But now to measure out these two figures, you can see Vernon is standing right at the 6.5 inch mark, and Rat King is standing just a little bit higher than that. And then for some size comparisons, first off, I have to show off the April O'Neil over here. I wish I had mentioned in my review of April over here that she is, like, her proportions are, like, just a little bit too cartoony from the cartoon. Like, she should be a bit taller, and I think it's the body. Like, the head could be the same size, but if the body was just a little bit more regular human size, she looks very, very, very small right over there. A lot smaller than I think she was portrayed in the show. And then you can see that we have Master Splinter right over here, not looking too bad. And to bring in another human-sized figure, we have the Casey Jones figure from the 2-pack, looking dope. And then to bring out an actual cartoon TMNT figure from NECA Toys, we have the very best turtle of all time, Leonardo. And then for one final green meanie, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time a Badass Spider-Man. So there he is right over there. Yeah, man, I like these figures. This is a very, very cool set. As I said earlier, the Vernon figure really had more to offer than I expected. So I was really looking forward to the Rat King out of the two of these. But dude, yeah, the Vernon figure is dope. The only thing is I really wish that he had horizontal hinges on the hand right there. And then I wish his index finger was for the other side so he could point and, go with the left hand and hold the camera right there because, the viewfinder's right over there and everything. So that kind of bothers me some, but it's fun getting the rats right here on Rat King. They just, you want to be careful. You don't want to scuff up the paint. I foresee that if I were to be really clumsy about it, I could imagine myself, scuffing things up if I wasn't too careful. So you do want to, kind of take your time putting these on a little bit, and I think it's worth it, man. I think these are dope-ass figures, so very happy with them. Again, I do have my little gripes here and there, but dude, for real, I think these things are badass, man. So at the price point of around $50 for the two figures, I'm giving them a Sud rating of I love it. So he's doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 right there. Anyway, if you guys... So yeah, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Please let me know in the comment section below. Again, hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
Crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,